guys, what's going on? My name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Programs, where we help people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content. In today's brief video, I want to share with you 4 shifts in mindset that can help you quit smoking weed. And this especially applies to those of you who are really struggling to get through the first few days or first few weeks because of withdrawal symptoms. Now, this video not only applies to weed, but you can apply it to nicotine, you can apply it to energy drinks, alcohol, adult media. This applies to really any substance use addiction out there, okay? So let's jump right into it. Mindset number 1 is more of a frame of reference for how you view withdrawals. And the best thing I could come up with is viewing it as growing pains. If you've ever worked with younger kids, I'm a chiropractor on top of an addiction recovery coach, and I work with a lot of high school athletes. And some of these younger people, grade school, high school, they experience growing pains. The growth plates around their ankles, around their knees, they hurt, they ache. And it's because they're growing. And I would tell you that weed withdrawal or withdrawal from any substance is nothing more than a growing pain. And I'm as corny as that may sound, I say that from the bottom of my heart so sincerely, because on the other side of withdrawal, there is a new version of you. There is a different version of you. And that is the version of you that's sober, the version of you that's recovered. And just like growing up and that there being a different version of that kid, right? Johnny was 4'5" and now he's 6 foot, whatever, right? That's a different kid. That's a different person. The genetic makeup of him is still the same, but this person grew. You're growing, okay? And growth hurts. Change can hurt sometimes. But on the other side of growth, there's often something incredible, something new, something exciting, something that I don't even think you can anticipate what's on the other side of it, especially if you're stuck in active addiction right now. But I can promise you it's something cool. On the other side of my story, there was a YouTuber. There was an addiction recovery coach. There was another business. There was a new relationship. There was so many things. So when you're going through this process and you're feeling these aches and you're feeling these pains, just say, I'm growing, and these are growing pains, and I'm excited about finding the person that I'm going to grow into or the person that's developing through this experience. That would be my first piece of advice. Tip number 2 would be, this is only temporary. So many times people will quitting weed. They'll give up on quitting weed, or they'll give up on using nicotine because they say, I can't do it. I can't get through the withdrawals. And addiction has a really weird way, and I remember this myself. When you feel down in the dirt, when you're going through it, when you're going through the withdrawals, there's this notion or this idea in our head that we're going to feel this way for the rest of our lives. And I'm here to promise you that the growing pains that you're experiencing, just like when a child experiences them, are only temporary. These growing pains are going to pass, right? There is a finite end to withdrawal. There is an end to it. There is no end to addiction, though. Addiction will go on for as long as you allow it to flourish within your body and within your brain and within your family and within your relationships and within your finances. Right? There is no clear end to addiction, but there is a clear end to withdrawal, and it's only temporary. And I would encourage you, this being mindset shift number 3, let me explain this. If you quit on quitting, so you throw in the towel over and over again, I can't do this, that becomes habitual. Quitting and giving up becomes a habit. And that habit, as I've described in many other videos, can start to leak over into many areas of your life. I can't do better in my job. I can't do better in my business. I give up. I can't save this relationship. I can't create a new relationship. I'm not worthy of it. I'm not whatever of it. I give up, right? I can't get in shape. I can't eat healthier. I give up. I can't save money. I'm always going to be broke. I give up. and that quitting becomes habitual. And I think we have an amazing opportunity when we're quitting an addiction to totally shatter that behavior. And I think that's one of the traits that's made this channel, Addiction Mindset, as successful as it is today. This is a very hard thing to talk to people about quitting nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, right? It's not exactly that viral type of content, but I don't give up on it. I don't quit on it. And that is a trait that I developed from persevering and pushing through the withdrawals. I never gave up on quitting. And eventually I saw that through. And listen, you guys already have that trait. You keep going back to the drug. You have persistence. You have perseverance. You have drive. You have grit. You get back up every day after you've been kicked down. Just apply that same level of motivation, energy, and focus into actually quitting the drug and putting those efforts into your quit process. And my last mindset shift would be is that success might be a lot closer than you think. Change might be a lot closer than you think. What do I mean by that? What if you're on day 3 of your withdrawals and you always give in and you say, this is horrible, I can't do this another day, I give in, I'm smoking again? What if day 4 was the breakthrough? What if you're 2 weeks into your quitting journey and you're saying, this is horrible, I can't do this, but what if it was 2 weeks and 1 day that your breakthrough was right there? Let's give it a bigger picture. What if it takes a year? What if you struggle or have a hard time, not impossible time, but a hard time for up to a year? What if your breakthrough was at 366 days versus 365 days? Would have it been worth it? Let's say you're 40 years old, 50 years old. You got another 20, 30, 40 years of life left in you, maybe more depending on your genetics. Would 1 year be worth it? 1 year of not giving up be worth the next 40 years? I sure as heck think it would when I view it that way. Success in this is much closer than you think. And I think so many times I threw in the towel just a day, just a week, just a month too soon. And I know so many of my viewers, I know so many people in our community have made that same mistake and continually made that mistake. And that's where I think it can become very powerful, the kind of classic 12-step line of taking it one day at a time. One more day. I'm just not going to smoke today. I'm just not going to smoke today. And, you know, it's funny because some people say, well, I can't think that way. I can't go one day at a time. Hey, look, if you're anything like me, you've been taking life one day at a time. When can I get high again, period? And now suddenly what? You're quitting and one day at a time doesn't make sense anymore? I fell for that too, but that type of think is preposterous, right? I had no problem taking my life essentially one day at a time to get high for 9 years. Suddenly I quit and I was like, one day at a time, that's BS. But really, when you think about it, it's like, dude, you've lived your life that way for 9 years. So that's not that bad, actually. And, you know, as you get healthier, maybe you'll be able to take it on 2 days at a time, a week at a time, a month at a time, a year at a time. If you need more help, check out the pinned comment and join our Addiction Mindset Accountability group coaching. I go live 1 to 3 times a month within the group, and there is an amazing group of people in there all supporting one another with similar goals. Or get the free PDF, the 7 steps to quit smoking weed, or follow me right into the next video. I'll see you guys in the pinned comment or the next video where I talk about weed and anxiety. See you there.